Well, I don't know. That was weird. I was talking and then all of a sudden it just went black and I had a phone call. Normally it doesn't do that, but who knows? Apple fucks with your phones too. Mine's paid off. So that's when they really fuck with you. They really want you to buy a new phone. Oh my God, you get so many things. Oh, we'll give you $100 if you do. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. It's like, you're going to pay this much for a fucking phone. It should work a little while. Fucking bitches. I know people who have got old as shit phones. I know someone to get all caught up in their bullshit because that's all it is. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Bye, 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 bye. Be our slave, be our slave, be our slave. And so anyways, Hal was back to Shallow Hal. So he was bummed out because he was so happy because his perspective, he saw it changed his visuals around him, and he was happy and he was content, and the things that mattered to him didn't matter anymore. And I was like, man, that is what it's all about, so much what it's all about. The more that people could do that, it's all about changing your perspective and looking for what makes you happy. Even when things suck, look for something to make you happy. There's got to be something somewhere in your day that can make you happy. And then, you got to focus on those things that, if you got to start out small. I've got so many. It's like, man, sometimes I feel like I'm in a pop or something. I feel so much gratitude. I feel so excited. Just like, oh my gosh, oh, everything's so exciting. Oh my gosh. But I feel like magic all around me. I'm so surprised sometimes at how magical things are. And I wonder, were they always this magical and I just never noticed? I was just so caught up in the illusion, so caught up in the matrix. I'm glad that I left the matrix at the beginning of 2020. Because, man, the people that are caught up in it, man, they're deep, deep. But anyways, on the Shallow Hal, there was a few other things. I don't know. I kind of was bothered about some of those girls, they would put these really pretty girls, and then they would put these girls that weren't as attractive, because he was supposed to be seen different than what was there. But I don't know, there was just something that just kind of like hurt your feelings. Like, why? How horrible to go in and be like, okay, you're going to play the fat, ugly girl, It's just... sometimes I'm surprised how many people will sell off a part of themselves for a part, There's so many parts that I see just in commercials and stuff, just parts that you see people play where it's just like, oh my God, was that really worth the money? That seems humiliating to me. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm a snob. Probably. But I'm a happy snob. And I'm a nice snob. I'm not mean to people. I'm always nice to people. So I try to be. But if you're going to call me a liar, I'm not going to hang out with you. I'm sorry. I don't need to be bothered with you. Where I come from, if you call someone a liar, that's like fighting words, Like people get shot over that shit. So I'm like, no. If that's what you think of me, then I can't be bothered with you. So... but I'm a nice person. So if I'm a snob, but I'm a God snob. That's what I am, a God snob, because that's what I don't get. I don't get how people don't believe in God, don't believe in some kind of higher power, higher purpose, something beyond yourself. It just blows my mind. That is just, that's a hard one for me to wrap my head around. So I'm definitely a God snob. There was a couple other things too I wanted to talk about. Now I'm so curious about that creature that was out back. Maybe there is some giant kind of bat. Maybe it was some kind of prehistoric thing. It was way too big. I mean, it was bigger than that, even that fruit bat. The closest thing I thought it could have been was like some really odd, ginormous crow. It would have been like, I don't know, 3 times its normal size. But the way it didn't flap its wings at all. It's like, I don't know. The only time you see a bird soar is when it's up high, and it's like riding the current or the breeze or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. That's so weird. Because it was almost like those flying squirrels, how it kind of like they flap out or something, and then they like, but it went way further than just like a jump from tree to tree. So I don't know. I thought it was really weird. I thought of another really weird thing the other day. Oh, because I was thinking like, okay, so if they came here, the no, not the Sumerian, the Anunnaki, right? The Anunnaki. Because there's another one that sounds like Anunnaki. But so if they came here and they messed with the DNA, and so that if they found the apes, these primitive beasts, whatever, living their life, having a good time, and go, hey, we can make those slaves, and well, we got to make them a little smarter, make them be able to follow orders. So let's get some DNA, and so what all DNA did they have? Like, what was their supply? Was it, all from all these different planets? And planets way beyond what we even know about. Was it like how much? As the other day I was thinking, this is really odd, but I was thinking, like my body type, like you look at different people's body types. And I was thinking, I seem like a body type that would be, that would have to go through tight spaces, like could go through a tight space, and turn to the side, and fit through. And then plus have really long limbs. So I was like, I would think that my DNA would have come from some kind of planet that lived like a cliff dwellers or something, that had to have really long limbs and had to fit through caves and stuff like that. Maybe that was just some cavemen here. I don't know. But anyways, I was just thinking about that, and it just made me think like, yeah, what DNA did they use to create us? Because they didn't just, they messed with it. So they would have had to tinker with it and add stuff. So I don't know. But another thing that I was thinking about was the other day I had seen where Sharon Stone had said that she went in and got, when she got her boobs done, that, that she told him what size, and then the guy made him bigger, and then he said, well, I thought these ones fit your body frame better, and how she feels like they're way too big. And I think I've talked about this before months ago, but how that same thing happened to me. And you just wake up and they're just like, well, that looks right. And it's like, well, it was like way bigger than I wanted. So I wouldn't be very good now fitting through those little, if I had to squeeze through. But the one of the things I was thinking about with the boob thing is, like when I got mine, then I was way too skinny and way too sickly, I think. And, and I just had skin. Well, they said it was a deformity, because I had already nursed 4 babies. So then they said, oh, well, that's a deformity, we got to fix it and put these implants in and stuff. So then you pay all this money, get them put in, and then you don't want them big, and then come out and they're way bigger. And so that is a pain in the ass in itself. They're heavy. For anybody who's thinking about getting them, they're not, it's not all good. There's a downside to it too, I think. They're heavy, and they're, I don't know, they're just cumbersome, I think. And they're not a one size fits all, man. Like every relationship you will be in, they will be too big or too small or too something. They're never going to be like any girl who thinks like she can just go out and get these great boobs, and every guy is going to think that she's the hottest thing in the world. That's not the case at all. And you cannot, I mean, every single one of the people is different. The 3 relationships I mean, of serious relationships, there's other people I went out with, but the 3 more serious ones who, you know, are in a place to tell you that stuff, all weren't happy. They all wanted something different. They wanted them bigger. They wanted them smaller. They didn't want them, you know, so I don't know. But just don't be thinking like, oh, I can go do this and, you know, all of my problems will go away because I'll have perfect boobs. And you don't come out with what exactly you go in thinking you're coming out with. And they aren't all so wonderful and perfect. And I swear to God, you get a lot of complaints. A lot of complaints. I feel, definitely for me, I just feel like, oh, why did I buy into that insecurity? I should have just, you know, but that's another med bed thing. I'm hoping those are supposed to take out foreign things out of your body, supposedly. So we'll see. I don't know. Everything keeps dragging on. I know I'm going to be alive during this stuff. That's the thing is, yeah, like when these people keep telling me all of this negative stuff, that I just, there's another thing that I had a couple of things that were confirmation things of something I talked about, and I was like, oh, I gotta remember to say it, but I forgot now. Seems like there was something in Shallow Hal that was showing something I had been talking about, but I can't remember. But there was a song or something that came on the other day, and I don't remember what the fuck I was talking about. Still snoring. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Well, I don't know. My brain just goes blank. Then it's like, well, maybe I should have stopped talking. There was something else. I know I'm gonna finish, and then I'll be like, oh, that's what it was. And then it makes it always, when I'm trying to remember something, then it makes it doubly hard, because then it's like you have a voice in there going, you're not going to remember. Why are you even trying? That was one thing. Right after my brain injury, oh God, I would get the worst headaches trying to remember stuff. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. Then I started getting to the point where, you know, if I need to remember it, I'll remember it. I'm not going to worry about it. So let's go with that today, because I can't think of what it is, and then I'll just stress myself out trying. So, well, have a great day. And see, there's something that I just feel like, what was I? Drive me crazy. Okay, have a great day. I'm just gonna forget about it and go on. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.